Hi YouTube, we are back and we are better, both literally and figuratively. I took a few weeks off to recover from a back injury. I've been in physical therapy. I've been doing much better. I'm feeling great, my body's feeling great, and I miss you guys so much. So excited to jump into today's workout. For today's workout, it's only right we come back with my absolute favorite prop. We're gonna use the Pilates squishy ball, so make sure you have one of these. And then we have an optional dumbbell to make things a little bit spicier for some of the moves. So this is completely optional. You can absolutely do it without this, but if you wanna make it super challenging, I recommend having one of these handy. And that's about it. Let's get started. Let's get down to our mat for a quick warm up today. Let's do a couple deep breaths in just to ground ourselves into our breathing before we start moving. Let's do a nice inhale. I want you to inflate into your ribs with this inhale. So go wide. Think about inhaling into your hands if you trace your fingertips with your ribs. With this exhale, I want you to brace through your core. So I want you to exhale, pull everything in. Think navel up towards the top of your spine or your diaphragm. And then I want you to inhale in, go wide into your ribs. Like you're filling up a balloon in your belly. And then I want you to exhale, brace everything in. Last one, let's do it together. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Let's come up for a dead bug here. I want knees in tabletop. Let's start off by reaching your left hand out, right leg out, and then switch. For this one, big inhale as you lengthen, big exhale as you bring everything back in. You want to know something funny about my back injury? When I went to physical therapy, the main thing they told me is my back or my core is weak. And that was the most offensive thing you could have said to me. But it's so true. No matter how much you train, sometimes we just don't train every single abdominal muscle. I know I'm guilty of not training my posterior chain, so like the muscles on the back side of my body enough, and that is what led to my injury. So it's just a good reminder. Always treat your core with a lot of love. Make sure you're training it well, training it effectively. I'm guilty of not doing enough of my own practice and doing a whole lot of teaching. So these are great because I get to work out with you guys. So I make sure that I'm training my core along with you. Let's do last one on each side. And let's bring it in. Let's lengthen your legs down. We're gonna do a quick set of some roll-ups here just to warm up our core a little bit more. I want you to nod through your chin, reach your hands forward, create a really big exaggerated C curve into your spine as you reach. And then I want you to find a straightened spine at the top. And I actually want you to hinge straight back. Hinge, go all the way back. So it's kind of like a half roll up technically. You're only rolling on your way up, keeping your core active, exaggerating that round through your spine. And then I want you to find a really tall spine at the top, and I want you to slowly hinge yourself back. At some point when you reach low, you're gonna have to start to curve, but try to go flat back as long as you can before you relax down into that mat. Let's do 3 more together. I want you to nod through that chin, you roll yourself forward, abdominals drawn in, reach it forward. Get a nice stretch to the back of your legs. Let's straighten up our spine tall, and let's go straight back. Back. It's okay if you start shaking like I am. And then slowly soften into your mat. Last 2, big inhale, exhale, reach. Create that curve, sit up nice and tall, hinge yourself back. Core stays super active the entire time until we lower ourselves down. Last one, nod and roll. I'll be interested to watch this video back to see if my form has changed much from these few weeks off. Things are probably gonna get a little shakier, but that's okay, I'm right there with you. And then soften down into your spine. Let's do a quick set of bridges here. I want you to bend your knees in, and let's just warm up those glutes by stamping into your heels, raising yourself up. We'll do 6. That's 5. That's 4. 3. We're gonna go single leg after this. 2. And 1, straight into single leg. Let's reach, left toes up to the sky. We go straight down, straight up. We're gonna see these again, but with our squishy ball. So they're gonna be a little bit more challenging, little different bias. We'll focus more on our quads when we do them again with the squishy ball. So this is just a nice way to warm up our lower body because today's workout is a full body session. Let's hold high on the next one. Sweep that leg down for 5, for 4, for 3. Last 2, really lift through that heel. Last one, and bend, bring it down. Let's switch, shake it out if you need to. I like to in between just reset my back a little bit, bring my knees side to side. We plant through our left, we reach up to the sky with our right. Straight up, straight down. and you're keeping your pelvis really still here. So think about not rocking your pelvis forward when you reach the top. Make sure you don't feel any compression in your low back. Last one, hold high. We reach it down and up. Hips stay really still. 2, and 1. Roll it up. Take a second, open up through your hips here, and let's grab our prop. I want you to keep it really low because we're gonna curve into this ball. What I like to do to get it in the perfect position is place it right next to the top of my glutes, almost where the tag of your pants would be. Place it there, and then I like to take one little move back so that the ball's really, really low here so we can get a really nice range of motion. First thing I want you to do, an option to grab your dumbbell for this one, we are going to hinge ourselves back, staying curved into the ball, and then we're gonna lift ourselves forward. So I want you to really think about sinking into that C curve as you go back, and then we're gonna come forward. So let's start off here with our feet firmly planted, arms out straight, we curve into the ball, we go back, and we reach it forward. Really lean into that ball instead of extending over the ball. Keeping your core braced. Think about flexing even harder as you send it back. Flex harder into your abdominals. Last 2. And 1, we sink it all the way back. We raise that dumbbell up if you have it, or just your hands, and you bring it down. Last 3, last 2, and 1. So on the next one, we're gonna combine. You're gonna sink really low into that ball. You're gonna send yourself back. As you begin to lift, that dumbbell's gonna raise above your head and send it down. Make sure you keep a connection with your low back. So what I want you to do is make sure that you're not leaning up so far forward that if someone came behind you, they could move that ball. I want you to stay connected with your ball. Let's do 8 of these. Send it back. Exhale, raise. Still keeping a nice curve. Last 5. Last 4. For 3, try to keep those shoulders out of your ears at the top. 2. And 1. Send it down. Give yourself a second. Ooh, my arms are feeling that one. That's the beauty of using dumbbells. You get a little bit of both. So on this next one, I want you to hold the dumbbells on either side. We're going to do what's called the around the world. So you're going to lean to one side. You're going to press really hard into the ball, kind of like we just were. Then you're going to use your obliques to come around. We're going to do 8 in each direction. So lean, trying to get that opposite elbow down towards your mat. Come back and around. Maintain that tuck of your pelvis. Reach it forward. We have 7 more here. Inhale as you scoop around. Exhale as you reach the back and come up and around. Use control, no momentum off that ball. Use this weight to weigh you a little bit as you go back to challenge you a little bit more. And of course, at any point, you can get rid of that weight at your chest as needed. You got this. Sink it back, really round around. Stay connected with that low back and that ball. Don't arch through your lumbar spine or that lower back. Exhale, reach, twist. Really use the length of your obliques to help you come up before you find your sit bones. Last one here. Sinking back, leaning into it. Twisting as we come up. And let's reverse. Now reverse. We really sink back. I want you to pull with your core. Like you're tracing a big circle on the ceiling with the top of your head. That's the direction. That's the range of motion I want to see. A really big circle, not an oval. Try to make it big. Anchor down through your feet as needed. Shakes are coming. Hopefully you're starting to feel that stretch of your obliques right around this point, that oblique turn on. Last 2 here. Lean it back. Come around, you got it. Last one. We're gonna stay in that C curve for a bit. So if you need to come forward, give that low back a little stretch by reaching for your toes. Take that moment as needed. I want you to find that good placement. So scoot yourself back, so that you feel that support of that ball against your low back. We're gonna do a little oblique twist or oblique jack technically on the next one. So I want you to find that tuck, option to have that dumbbell in your left hand. Your right leg is gonna go up straight and you're gonna twist across your body. We have 8 of those. So I want you to sink back, we twist and bring it back. So we're lifting towards our outside of our knee as we extend. That looks good. And we bring it down. Fingertips can go down on the floor if you need to, but try not to put any weight into your hand. Also, you can grab onto your thigh if this leg needs a little bit of support as you extend. Send it out, reach. Last 4, last 3, last 2, and 1. Boy, oh boy, did I feel that. Hopefully you guys are feeling those obliques really turn on. Let's go ahead and jump right into the other side. So you stay light with your left toes this time. I'm gonna twist away from the camera so you'll see my body really twist here to rotate as much as I can. We have 8 of these. We lift, we reach. So we're coming back to center each time before we twist across. 2, and 1. Break it on down. Take a breather. Take a second, grab some water. We are not done with those obliques. They get a little bit more action coming up next. Up next, we're gonna come down to our side, and I want this to come right around the base of your ribs. So the Pilates ball is at the base of your ribs. You're gonna place your right forearm down, you're down on your right hip. We're gonna grab onto that dumbbell if you've been using it here, and I want you to start with just a press out here. Press out and in. So think about the ball is here for feedback. I want you to make sure you're not sinking into your shoulder here. You're really trying to stay lifted. Try to keep that ball as round as you can by lifting your obliques up and away from it. So we'll do a few presses here just to get into those arms. Last one. Let's add in a clamshell now. So as you press out, I want you to clamshell open and close. Really make sure you're keeping your spine nice and long here. Last 4, we have 3, punch it forward. Last 2, we're gonna come up with that leg up next for a nice little side crunch. And 1, bring it down, give yourself a second here. On the next one, I want you to reach for your ankle. So we're gonna twist a little bit, opening up here. You're gonna take that dumbbell and you're gonna reach for your left ankle. So we're gonna open it up, we're gonna reach and bring it back down for close. Remember, try not to sink into that ball. That ball is there for feedback, to keep your obliques engaged. Really try to get towards that ankle. I cheated on that last one. I'm probably gonna give myself 1 extra one at the end. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take a second, bring it down. Now let's go ahead and drop that dumbbell down. We're gonna rest down on the ball because we're gonna use the ball for a nice range of motion. I want you to anchor down through your ankle, small little crunch for 8, 7, 6. Really try to press into that bottom ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Let's swing around. Hit the same series on our other side. So we find our knees to be stacked to start. We just start with that press. Remember here, we're not sinking into our shoulder. We're keeping our ribs lifted up and away from that ball. That ball is there for feedback. So we're coming with our elbows wide. We're gonna press forward, exhale, reach, and bring it in. Try not to move the shape of your spine as you press, moving with control as you extend that arm out and in. We're adding on those clamshells coming up. Last 3, you got this. 2, and 1. Let's add on those clamshells. Let's lift that knee up as we press. Really think about using those outer glutes to help you bring that knee up and lowering that knee down with control. Lift through that bottom side oblique a little bit more. I know you need to squeeze that oblique to lift away from that ball. 2, and 1. Lower it down. It's so easy to just want to sink into that ball. That's why I keep reminding you, lift that rib cage. Even if I can't see you, you probably still need it because I know I do. So there are also little reminders for myself as I cue you guys through these workouts. Let's go for that ankle reach up next. Let's get a nice lift, reaching for that ankle. We exhale, punch, and bring it down. It's 4. We have 3, We have 2 and 1. Bring it down. Let that dumbbell come down to the floor. Let's find a good position for that ball where we can really lean against it. I want you to anchor down through your bottom ankle. So on this side, it's your left ankle. We're gonna find our fingertips behind. You have to find your balance first of your rib cage. So find that perfect spot where you can crunch. And it's a small movement, side crunch. Try to get down towards your mat. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. I know which side is my weakest side. Very clear, very apparent. That's the beauty of Pilates. It will always call you out on which side is weaker. Give yourself a second here. Reach forward. Let's take those knees side to side. And we're gonna come up to kneeling up next. We're gonna do a lovely Sidekick series with the ball and our optional dumbbell. So let's come down to our side here. You're getting still a little bit of oblique, but we're also getting into those outer glutes a little bit more intentionally. So we are going to bring our right hand to the center of that ball. You have to find a little bit of balance first. We're gonna balance both on our right knee and our right hand against that ball. I want you to take your left leg out here. Dumbbell is in your left hand if you have it. What we're gonna do here, pressing into the ball, we're gonna reach and lift that leg up to the sky. Give me 8 of these. Exhale, reach. Find that balance through the ball. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to hold with your dumbbell. Give me a little circle. 5, 4, 3. Try to stay out wide like a big starfish. 2, you probably guessed it. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3. Keep the pelvis tucked under. 2, and 1. Bring it down. Take a second. Shake it out. Let's plant our hand again in the center of that ball. I want you to lift the dumbbell up or lift your hand up right in front of your hip here. Arm is nice and long. Leg is also lifted. Leg comes forward. Arm goes back. We have 8 of these. Swing it forward with control. Swing it back. Really use your core to try to not bounce off that ball. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, big exhale, reach, and bring it in. Take a second. That is really full body, honestly. You get a little oblique, you get a little outer glute, you get a little stabilization from your base glute. It's a good one. Let's go ahead and flip sides, and we will do the same series. So now my left hand is coming to the ball. I'm re-grabbing that dumbbell if I use it on the other side. We're starting with that dumbbell down with our knuckles towards the mat. We're gonna lift that leg up as we extend our right arm to the sky. So we reach and bring it down. Try to keep that connection with your palm and that ball. So try not to push off on that ball. Lift with your obliques and that outer glute to help you bring that ankle up. Long like a starfish. Last 3. Last 2, we're gonna hold it and lift. Last 1, let's hold it here. Give me those 5, 5, 4. Keep a nice point to your toes. 3, 2, 1, reverse. For 5, 4, lift a little higher. 3, I'm shaking. 2, and 1, bring it down. I definitely need a reset. So take what you need here. Reset before that last final push that we're gonna do on this side. We find that lift of our straight arm right in front of our hips. We lift that leg up. Leg comes forward, arm goes back, and reverse. Try not to rock from your pelvis. Try to move just from your shoulder joint and your hip. Staying balanced on that ball. I gotta lock in for this one. It's killing me slowly. Last 4. Ooh. You gotta keep that length. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And lower it down. We're gonna torch our shoulders a little bit more before we move on to standing work. So I want you to find either a modified or a full push-up position. If you're in modified like me, I want you to make sure your hips are down. So no tabletop position for this. I don't want your hips back. I want your pelvis tucked under, abdominals engaged, shift forward. I have my right hand on top of the Pilates ball here. So from here, my hands are about shoulder width apart. We're gonna press our chest down, big push all the way up. I am so impressed if you're doing this on your toes because I'm shaking and that is only 1. So you're pushing it down, pressing it up. Let's do 6 more together. Exhale. I may have regretted that 6, but we're gonna do it. as low as you can. Try not to sniff here. What that means is you're collapsing your nose down before your shoulders go down. So you're bringing your scapulas together. I want everything to move together. Press into your hands to bring it up. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it back. Let's switch. Roll it on over to the other side. Same thing on the other side. So now my left hand is against the ball. My right hand is pressing into my mat. My pelvis is tucked under. I'm shifting my weight forward. I'm finding that nice push-up position. So we're bending our elbows down, pressing into the ball to come up. This side is much easier for me, which is surprising because I am a lefty. But I'm one of those lefties where I do most things with my right. So you'll feel it mostly, or you should feel it mostly through that hand that's on the ground. Last 2. Last 1. Press to bring it back. We're gonna do a little mountain climber variation next. Now I want you're gonna hold a plank position, but you're gonna take the ball, you're gonna place it right in front of the bend where your ankle and the top of your foot meet. You're gonna slide that ball back. We're gonna find a nice plank position. You're gonna drag this ball leg in and out while you hold that plank. Let's do 10 of these together on each side. So find that nice perfect plank. Think about corkscrewing your hands down, elbows point back behind you towards that ball. Let's push up into that plank with our left foot planted. Let's come up off that right knee. We send it out and in. Perfect. Lengthening through that leg. Keeping your abdominals drawn in. Last 5. 4. We're going to hold it with that knee in. 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it with that knee in. Let's go side to side. Out and in. Swinging that knee like a pendulum. For 6. For 5. For 4. You got to lift a little higher with those hips. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Take a quick child's pose, and we will transition to the other side. Let's place that ball back behind us. Remember, it goes right into the area where your ankle and the top of your foot meet. Start off by finding that perfect plank. So we're corkscrewing our hands into our mat, twisting so that our elbows point behind us. We're gonna find that extension through our right leg to hold us into this single leg plank. From here, that leg goes in and out. Gliding against that ball, not changing the shape of our spine at all here. We have 8 more. Big exhale as you reach your toes out. Last 4. We're gonna hold it in 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's bring that knee in. We go out like a pendulum. Out and in. You may need to move your ball up a little to get that nice swing. Out and in. Out and in. Twisting. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Lower that knee down. Now let's get into those glutes. I want you to come all the way up to standing. Keep your Pilates ball with you. We're gonna start in a wide sumo squat. So I want your toes pointed out at 10 and 2 here. So imagine the floor is a clock. Your toes are externally rotated at 10 and 2. You're gonna hold that ball at your chest. Little bit of pressure, but as you go down with the sumo squat, we're gonna press even harder into the ball. As we press, I want you to think about engaging your abs to pull everything down and then pressing through your heels to come up. So let's give a big exhale as we come down. Inhale as we reset ourselves all the way to the top. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keeping that pelvis tucked under. Let's do 8 more here. See if you can get a little deeper with each and every rep. We're gonna hold it low. In 5, really press your heels of your hands together like you're trying to pop that ball. 4, we're gonna hold it low. 2, and 1, hold it really low here. Sink that, tuck that pelvis under, sink those glutes down to the floor. Let's raise one heel up and down, 10 on each side. We have 9. Don't lose that tuck. Keep your abs active. I know we're working glutes and lower body, but I really want you to think about keeping that brace core. Protecting your low back here. For 5, 4, 3, we're still gonna stay low. You got this. 2, and 1. Stay really low here. Give me little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Wowzers. I want to scream, but I'm not going to scream into your ear with my mic. Let's take a second, shake it out, and we're going to go laterally up next. So we're going to step to the side. Let's start with our right side. So we're going to step to the side with our right leg. Let's step it down to our right side. Find a nice lateral side lunge here. And I want the ball in your left hand. The ball's going to come down towards the floor as you lunge. So you come down, bring the ball down. Try not to launch off of that right leg. So super slow, press to extend that leg, drag to bring it up. Perfect. Sitting our butt down and back, pressing into our heel to bring us up. Remember, not launching. Last two. Last one, we're gonna add on here. So same thing, except we're gonna add on a knee drive. I want you to go nice and low. We press, we knee drive up. Ball comes up to the sky. Lower yourself down. Knee drive up. Bring it down. Keep your pace controlled. Can you slow it down a little bit more, especially on that lower? Can you press a little bit harder to drive that knee up? Last three. Last two. Last one. And we're gonna keep crushing that right side. So I'm gonna quarter turn just so you can see what we're doing. I want you to step that right foot forward. Our left foot's gonna come back about an arm's length distance in between your right foot and your left foot. So you have a nice distance between your legs. Your left heel is peeled up. For this Pilates ball, you are going to wedge it right in between the crease of your thigh and your torso, right around where your hip joint is. I want you to wedge it here. Bear with me, I know this sounds a little crazy. Chest is gonna come low. So you're gonna press into that ball, you're gonna squeeze. This is gonna force you to keep your chest down, getting a really nice stretch to your glute here to challenge it even more. So I want you to find that connection of the ball in your upper thigh, rest your ribs into it, make sure you're not tilting to one side, so you're squaring your shoulders down towards the floor. We start off here, arms can go out in front of your head, you're gonna bend that knee down, and you're gonna lean yourself forward for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, we're gonna hold it low in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it with that chest low. We're gonna tap our left toes in and we go out, keeping a soft bend to our right. In, try to keep your balance here. Really root through your feet, think of your foot like a tripod. So you're pressing from your pinky toe to your big toe and also incorporating that heel. Let's reach it in and out for 10, 9, we have 8, last 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, quad is on fire, 2, and 1. Take a second, give that leg a little shake out. Last one we'll do here, you're gonna press your hands into the ball. So now we're gonna find a soft bend through your right leg, pressing both of your hands into the ball. We're gonna find a reach out of that left leg. Toes come down and raise it up. Now I want you to push into that ball as you raise your left leg up, squeezing through your left glute. Let's find it for 10, for 9, for 8, keep that balance, belly pulled in. Big exhale as you lift. 3, keep those hips nice and square. 2, and 1. Give yourself a second. I don't know about you guys, but I am dripping sweat at this point. We are not done yet. We're gonna finish off this right leg just right with a little quad work here. So I want you to find the heel of your right leg against that ball. Your toes are down on the ground. So your toes are anchored down on your right side, your heel is just on the ball, and it's as if you're trying to pop that ball below your heel. From here, we're gonna find our feet hips width apart. Our left heel is planted down on the ground. We're gonna find a nice squat from here. We go down. Perfect. As low as you can. Reach that tailbone long. 3, we're gonna hold it low. 2, let's hold it low. Hold, like we're trying to pop that ball below our heel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it all the way up. One last thing that we'll do here. We are going to now roll the ball with that right foot. So I want you to find a nice low squat with your left. We're gonna roll the ball. You're gonna bend your elbows in front of your face, Toes are on the center of that ball to start. We're gonna roll it out and bring it in. This is really our transition to our left side. Ribs pulled in. We have 6. See if you can sit back a little lower. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Last 1. And stand it up. Now time to finish off with that opposite side. Let's go for it. We're starting with those reaches. Ball's in your right hand. We reach to the floor. Reach long with our left, stand ourselves up. Remember, no momentum pushing off of that left leg. I want you to really plant through that foot before you stand yourself up. Keeping that back flat, keeping that core engaged, making sure your knee isn't shifting too far in front of your toes here. You're sinking into that heel. 2 more before we add on that knee drive. Last 1, let's add on that knee drive. Let's come down. Let's knee drive with control up to the sky. Find your balance, find your control, and lower yourself back down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You got this. Remember, sitting that butt back, keeping that spine long, not rounding forward. You're hinging through that chest to lower yourself down towards the floor. 3 more. 2. And 1. We go back down. We are going to turn if you need to for mat purposes. I'm going to turn so you guys can see my side profile. Shake out those legs. We're going to find that reverse lunge. You're going to take that ball, you're going to wedge it right in between where your thigh and your torso meet. So right around this hip bone on our left side. We're going to find that reverse lunge. We're going to hold our chest low. From here, we have our feet about arm's distance apart. We have our right heel lifted. We're going down for those knee taps down to the floor and lift it up. See how low you can go here. Staying connected with that ball to force that hinge in your chest to get that nice big stretch through your glute. Last 3 for 2 and 1. Let's come up and forward. Hold that chest low. We go for our little toe taps. We go down and back. Reach down and back. Keep that length. Keep that balance. If you need to reset, remember using your whole foot as a tripod. Stay where you are. Once you find that balance, try to reach those arms out. 3 more. 2 and 1. Straighten it out, shake that leg, do whatever you need to. That ball is coming to your heel for those squats up next. Let's find our heel to the ball on our left side. We start with those squats down. We have our feet hips width apart. Let's send our glutes down and back. Keep your ribs pulled in, keep your pelvis tucked. I'll show you what the difference looks like if you're curious. When I say ribs out, your squatting is gonna look something like this, where you have a big arch in your back. I want you to tuck your pelvis under. Keep your core engaged. Stand yourself up strong and tall. 6 more. Don't worry, I was still counting. Being a Pilates instructor is all about learning to multitask. Talk and count, talk and count. Last 3. 2. We're gonna hold it low. Last 1. We hold. We try to pop that ball with our heel. Stay as low as you can. Remember that tuck. I felt myself getting that little arch in my lumbar spine. I wanna pull that pelvis in. Try to pop that ball, press into that heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Almost through. We get to come down to our back after this. So let's plant firmly through that right foot. Toes, especially your big toe, comes to the center of that ball. Find that low squat. We send the ball forward and backward. Really think about using your hamstrings as you press into that ball to roll it back. Still keeping that same tuck, keeping that low hover. 4, last 3, last 2, and 1. Stand it on up. Let's finish off with a little bit of bridge work for our inner thighs. Option to re-grab your light dumbbell if you'd like. We're gonna take the Pilates ball. It's gonna come in between our knees here. We're gonna find that perfect bridge position. Dumbbell in both of your hands here. Let's start off with our heels lifted. So we're just on the balls of our feet. We have a nice squeeze to our inner thigh on that ball. From here, let's bridge it up. Let's start with the weight at our chest. Let's bridge ourselves up, flat back bridge all the way up to the sky and down. Making sure you're not arching through your back when you reach the top. You're keeping that pelvis right in place. Awesome job, big exhale as you reach. Really squeezing through those glutes. Now let's add on 2 squeezes at the top. So let's lift up. Give me 2 squeezes on that ball. Lower yourself down. 2. We have 10 of these. Last 7. Tight squeeze. Keeping it really tight. Last 4. 3. 2. We're going to hold it high. Last one, hold high here. Now I want you to do tricep extension with your elbows. So that weight comes behind your head. Tight squeeze on that ball. We're gonna squeeze, squeeze, pull the dumbbell forward. Just keep little squeezes. We have 12 of these because it's such a light weight here for both of our arms. We should really focus on staying lifted. If you need to, you can come down to your heels. Tight squeeze on that ball, really just releasing it just a teeny bit. Lift a little higher from your glutes. Last 3, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last 2 with that extension. Last 1, lower yourself down, roll it down. Take a second. Okay, weight comes down to our side. Let's finish with a nice core finisher to challenge us. So what I want you to do here, we're gonna do rolling like a ball with a ball. This is gonna be a fun one because I do love rolling like a ball. We're gonna take the ball, it's gonna go behind our knees here. We're gonna roll ourselves forward, find that lift. You're gonna roll yourself back. Holding that ball in place right behind the bend of your knees here. Lift it up and roll yourself back. See if we can get an even bigger round shape to pull ourselves forward. So try to stay gentle through your hands. So you're not using it quite as a modification. Keep that round. We're getting back into our abs, bringing that awareness into our spine, into our engagement. 2 more. Roll. Last one. And bring it all the way down. We're gonna come all the way down for some scissor kick switches. So let's start with our feet up to the sky. Let's bring that right foot down to the ground. Let's hold an ab curl here. So we're lifting. We're gonna do 20 switches in between. So 20 passes of the ball. So each time it goes to one hand, that counts as 1. So let's curl ourselves up. Let's find 1, 2, 3. See if you can lift a little higher. Keep that length to your legs. 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Roll it down. Let's now go ahead and pass the ball to our ankles. We're gonna do a double leg stretch with a little bit of pizzazz here. So I want you to find that same curl. So we're lifting through our upper chest here. We're holding, knees come into tabletop. Reach your legs out long and strong. Bend your knees in. Knees open, close, and extend. Give me 10 of those. Knees come in, stay lifted. Open, close, and extend. Open, close, and extend. Lift a little higher. We have 7. Keep those ribs down. We have 6. Last 5. Give me your best work. Last 3. Last 2. Open, close. Last 1. Bring it in. We made it to the final move of class. We're gonna hold a low extension of those legs. With the ball between our ankles, we're gonna carefully bring one foot on top of the other, very slow and controlled. We're gonna do 12 of these little swivels. So each time you bring one foot on top of the other, that counts as 1. You got it. So it's basically 6 on each side if you wanna think about it in smaller increments. Let's find that nice curl. We hold. Find that extension. Bring it up and down. Perfect. That's 4 already. Try to keep the ball in place. If you feel like it's moving around, you can readjust. Ooh, that was pretty good. I caught it. Last 4 here for me. Lift a little higher. 2 and 1. We are done. I am so proud of us. Round of applause. That was a hard one. I'm currently dripping, drenched in sweat, out of breath, panting, but it feels so good. It feels so good to be back. This was my first time on the mat in several weeks, so it's been hard to be away, but that was a great one to come back to. That was probably, honestly, one of my favorite flows I've done so far on the channel, just because I love a challenging workout. I love this prop. There's so much that you could do with it, as you could see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. I'm so happy to be back, excited to bring you guys more free Pilates workouts. Feel free, drop any comments with requests. I love hearing your requests. I love hearing your feedback. That makes sure I'm doing workouts that you guys enjoy and you guys want to come back to. That's all I got, but I will see you guys again soon. Thanks, guys.